Magnify his name and worship Christ the Lord. Worship him, Jesus Christ the Lord. We have come into this house, gathered in his name to worship him.
Oh, yes, Lord.
We have come into this
Thank you so much. God bless you. Amen. Thank you, Lord. Everything needs to be done in decency and in order, especially in this church. Amen. And so with that in mind, what we're doing now is in fact in decency and in order. This says, and I'm quoting, Pastor Glenn, Pastor Ronnie, please let this note be the first notice of our intention to write and sign a church check for you both as a sign of our love of you both. We, as a church, love y'all and would not be members here were it not for the two of you. Remember, love, love, love. When Kethany has time to write, y'all will receive. Much love to you both, Christ Life Church members, and it's signed by 2 board members.
Amen.
So, thank you all. Thank you so much. You never know what Tommy's going to do, so.
It's only because I love you, Pastor.
I know that, Tommy. Thank you, praise Sam. I want to say to you this morning, and with a certain amount of apology to it, I guess you saw the pastor's flesh side this morning, did you not?
That's okay.
Okay.
You see ours plenty, so hey.
I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. But I want to say this. The older I get, and you're going to have to allow me to do this, the older I get, the less patience I have with you. When I was young, and I don't know if it was because of all the tribulation I was going through as a young guy, but I was patient. I'm not nearly as patient with people now as I once was. So I ask your forgiveness this morning, and I thank you for honoring us on this Pastor Appreciation Day. There are a lot of wonderful, wonderful people that have inspired me through the years. And before I get into my message, I will share some of that, since you've taken the opportunity to allow me this great day. I suppose the most prominent person in my life was a man that I was only privileged to know for 21 years. That was my dad. He was very, very inspiring to me. He was a man that to a certain extent set limits in my life, because I watched him as a child. Things that he did as a man prompt me to be a better man, and I thank God for my dad. Then I want to thank God for my pastor, Pastor Cecil Tompkins, who was my pastor for many, many years. I attended the church that he pastored himself for 13 years. When I first got born again, that was the church that my dad had started in 1955, I think it was, 54, 55. Brother Cecil came there to pastor in the early 60s. I was in the Army. When I got out of the Army, I came back to that church and dedicated my life to the Lord, give my heart to the Lord Jesus Christ as a 19-year-old man. Just returned from Vietnam, and a lot of things going on in my life. But Pastor Cecil was very instrumental in setting the pattern for my or the ministry that the Lord gave me, and I thank him for that so many times. And when I mention him, I must also mention Allie Dean. his wife. She was such a wonderful, wonderful person. And of course, all of you know the Lord Jesus Christ was first and foremost. I want to mention one more person in my life, and that was my wife. The dedication that she has had, not only to ministry, but to me. I had a man to tell me one time when I first started pastoring, and some of you might have thought this same thing. She's not the normal pastor's wife. That's what this guy told me. He says, she's not the normal pastor's wife. Says, most pastors' wife teach the ladies' class. They take care of all of the activities that's relating to the ladies. So but your wife doesn't do that. She doesn't teach any Bible or anything like that. Says, don't you think she should be doing that? And I looked at him, and it was Sunday morning, and his shirt was all wrinkled. And he usually came to church all wrinkled, everywhere, all of his clothes. I looked at him and said this to him: never the first time on Sunday morning have I ever gone to my closet and did not have a shirt, did not have a pair of pants. And I'm ashamed to mention this to you, but I'm just telling you this so you'll know how dedicated and committed she is. Usually my shoes are polished.
You didn't know.
Now, no. But usually my shoes are polished. I don't ask her to do that. I would never want to degrade or downgrade her in that manner at all. But she's been the pastor's wife that has stuck with me through thick and thin. She's seen the bad side of me more often than you have. She knows what it's like to be married to a pastor. I've heard her say this before. If I would have known that you were going to be a pastor, I would have never married you. That's part of the load. And people don't realize it. People don't realize the pressure that's on a pastor's wife. And I've tried to encourage her because she has definitely been an encouragement to me.